for tuning into my art show. I am going to go through all the art that I have in my house that is about feelings and intensity and rage. So I'm really excited to show you this collection of art. Stay tuned and just sit back and relax. I'm going to explain to you what I felt when I was making it. Thank you and welcome to my art show. It's called Mixed Feelings. This painting is called Good Witch. It's about feeling intense and obviously, please don't burn me, I'm a good witch, is a vibe where it's kind of maybe just don't judge me. And here's what it looks like close. Hello again. This painting is called My Brain Hurts. It's kind of self-explanatory. I did it live on YouTube, the first iteration of it, and then I did a second iteration of it where I did the background all yellow and brightened it up a bit and added some gold. So that's what this one is. Self-explanatory, obviously not feeling understood by the world, and so this art came out. And there's little plants in there, which I kind of symbolize as like growth and maybe new things coming in. And always love a good braid. So there's that one. This painting I did when I was in a full borderline personality split. I was crying for 10 hours and I needed to put my feelings somewhere. I literally had like a midlife crisis, mental breakdown, and I wrote about it in this painting. Getting my feelings out there, putting them in a safe space on a canvas for the world to see. This painting is about alcoholism. The claw machine hand that is in a lot of my paintings is kind of like when you're feeling controlled by something, right? So the claw machine, it's got me in its grips and my heart is broken because I can't stop drinking. So, almost got emotional there, but that's why you put your intense feelings onto paintings, so that the world can be healed by your misfortune and rage. It's important. It's cathartic to get it out there. Here's the close-up. So you know this art show is called Mixed Feelings, so this is one of the few in here that's, I would say, like a joyful painting, even though it has tears. I feel, when I look at it, I feel joy. It's one of the ones I was doing when I was practicing for my first in-person art battle. So I was doing quick, really rushed, fun, slapping around art. And I made this. I might have made this live on YouTube. This painting is just about feeling weird in general. Awkwardness, anxiety. You know, how do you paint anxiety? How do you paint, I feel awkward? How do you paint? There's a lot of stuff on my mind. This is another painting about alcoholism, and the gargoyle is like the voice inside your head that lies to you, that tells you to go get a drink. And this is your heart, my heart, being controlled by that gargoyle for so long until I figured out how to get him, her, it, them off my back. Okay? I don't drink anymore. I kind of feel like this painting is self-explanatory, but I want to give you a little backstory. I painted this during the first or second COVID lockdown, when we were all kind of stuck at our houses and we didn't really know what was going to happen and our lives were crumbling. So that's why I put it in this padded white frame as well, just to give it that pizzazz it needed. This painting is actually, okay, you want to know what's really going on with this painting? This is a political painting. These are the 3 arrows of anti-fascism, anti-racism, and anti-inequality. Okay, that's straight up what that is. That, and then this, the frond, is me growing up in this weird political climate and not knowing where I stand. And so I put some blood there. The head's cut off and squirting blood. Let me show you a little close up. This is my painting called Hot Flash. And I'm postmenopausal now, but when I was going through it, I was hot all the time. And I thought it would be really fun to try to get some like rainbow art. I love using all the colors of the rainbow, but if you take one color out, so there's really no purple. But if you look closely on this painting, all this outlining is done in purple. So when I was thinking about this painting, I was thinking, how can I do a hot, melty girl that's just melting in her own heat? Sometimes I just paint women just to paint women. Just want to do a woman's head. So here is a woman of color with purple hair. There's some little graffiti marks on here. You can't really see over the video. But, so this is just when I'm feeling good. Just felt like doing a painting in some bright colors. This is the title track to the album. This painting is called Mixed Feelings. I was trying to mess around with cubism one summer, and like it comes out of my paintings sometimes. I like doing 3 eyes instead of 2. So in the background of this painting, I wrote a bunch of personal stuff and song lyrics and things about being unique and different, and that it's okay to be different. This is actually one of the first paintings I did. Earlier this year when I was feeling really, really down about life, and I got some help from some professionals and I got some medication, and this is the first painting that came out. It's more like a drawing. It's Sharpie, and then I did, I think, paint pen over it. I actually made a shirt from this painting because I liked it so much. Put it on my website. This is another, just one of the girls having fun. Ladies with hair. Goddesses. Bright colors. Fun emotions. Good vibes. Sisters. Self-portrait. Voodoo doll. So what I was thinking about when I made this painting was, I have so many feelings and I don't know where to put them. I feel like a human pincushion and I don't know if I'm getting through life because I'm scared. So in the heart down here, I put fear. And I tried to make it look like a doll. This is just me going through weird emotions and not knowing where to put them. Highly recommend doing it. Not all of your art has to be for sale or for someone to buy. It can be just to save your life. You know, just that. Here's one of my wood witches and another one of my quick arts that I was doing when I was practicing for art battle. I was also on Facebook asking people for their favorite 3 color combinations, and somebody told me this color combination and I have literally been obsessed with it since. Pretty cool, huh? I love how they interact. Yay, wood witch. Here is a portrait I did. I actually have a YouTube video on how I did this portrait. Pretty self-explanatory. I don't even think I need to say the name. Love this one with the green underpainting. This is a painting I did of a gargoyle with its heart melting. I tried to make it look like ancient stone. This is a painting I did called Yelp, and it's my honest Yelp review of this place in Tahoe called the Tahoe Art League. That at the time that I was a part of it, They were so horrible and terrible to artists behind the scenes that I will have no part of it. I don't even tell anyone ever that I was the vice president of the Tahoe Art League board because I don't want to be associated with them. Here it is. Here's my feelings. Read them and weep. Yelp. Okay, this is Smokin' Frida. She's pretty famous to me. She's from my Frida collection I did. And she's still here with me. I think she might be destined to live with me forever. She might want to just be in my personal collection. Oh, Frida! Smokin' Frida! I love this painting so much. Oh, it brings me joy to look at it. That's what art's supposed to do. Make you feel stuff. This is the portrait I did of Elon Musk, and so there's a lot of feelings in here, and there are some things that I don't think I should describe because YouTube is kind of like an all ages thing. You can look in here for yourself and find some treasures, okay? Like I said, even with political stuff, you have feelings that come out. They should go somewhere, okay? It's important. No one ever has to see it. It can just live or become a background to one of your other different paintings that you feel more comfortable showing people. This one's called Mini Yelp or Yelp 2, 200. I actually painted this entire painting on YouTube as a tutorial of how to do this style, which I call Neo-Expressionism. It barely fits into those rules, but it definitely does because there's feelings in there. Lots of feelings in that background. This is actually a really personal painting to me. It's called Rate My Face. And it's kind of like about how society expects women to look. Lots of feelings in there, that's for sure. I get emotional just looking at it. This painting is called Barbie's on a Trip, or Barbie Took a Trip. So I was just feeling like making like a pretty girl. And it kind of was giving me Dolly Parton and Barbie vibes. I put a rainbow in the hair for inclusivity and little eye on the heart. Barbie went into the woods and took some medicinal plants and had an awakening. She's crying tears of joy. This painting is called The Empress. It's actually pretty cool. I started it in an art class at As If Studios in Grass Valley. And it's got a lot of cool things in it. This is just literally, she is an empress. She rules her world. She rules her universe. I like, obviously, that she has antlers. Hi. Maybe I have a thing for antlers and goddesses and beasts. Are you a goddess or a beast? Tell me in the comments. This is actually a really personal painting I did on YouTube, and I think I have more of an explanation of it there on YouTube. But again, it's about what I think society wants to do to my face, and it's also me figuring out who I am. Who am I? What kind of person am I? What am I made of? This is another painting about alcoholism. It's called Leavenworth. When I used to drink uncontrollably and hard alcohol, I would put food in the oven to cook, and I would wake up to a fire. And this would happen. This would happen so often, you would think I'd stop doing it, but all I cared about was drinking at the time, not living. There's a little floor mat there that says Leavenworth. Oh, that's where I met my husband. I was a basket case when we met. This is a little wood witch, and it's called Drag Queens Are Beautiful. I just was in a good mood. I was painting it and I wanted to do something inclusive, and I love drag queens. I'm like obsessed with RuPaul's Drag Race because I love the creativity and the makeup. And it says, drag queens are beautiful. It's okay. And it says, love you. Oh, it makes my heart so happy to look at this little painting, little wood witch. Another painting about alcoholism. It says, help me. In the brain here, it says, I hate myself. And there's this clear liquid that's going down into the gray matter. You know, your brain shrinks when you drink alcohol. So there's the alcohol shrinking the brain, and it's coming out of the mouth because I'm absolutely brain dead on alcohol, and my heart is pounding with emotions. And all of these people are back here are the ones who are all hurting me, my trauma memories, the big ones. And then these people in the ones are who I'm hurting by not fixing my trauma memories. So, oh, that almost made me cry. But this is a really personal painting to me. So, part of my collection at home. I'll try to get a little bit closer for you. Okay, here is the last painting I wanted to show you today from my art show, Mixed Feelings. It's called My Head Hurts. Okay, this painting is about how the mental health system in America is totally broken. And where I used to live in Tahoe, I had kind of a mental breakdown and I needed professional psychological help, and they basically put me in jail for a couple of days and they didn't help me. They set me off with some meds, and I didn't even get a follow-up call after I got out of the jail. So, psychiatric hospital, I should say. So anyways, this is making me emotional, but this painting is about, it says, we can't help you. It's about feeling silenced. Nobody understands me. Nobody sees me. Nobody knows what I'm going through. And the fucking system is against me and it won't help me. It's just making me, I would dare say, worse. So, thank you so much for coming to my art show and enjoying my wonderful Halloween costume that is now immortalized on YouTube. I really need you to subscribe to my YouTube channel and like and comment on all my content. Thank you for listening to my personal feelings and not judging me, and making this a safe space for people who have mental illnesses and any kind of. Everyone's welcome here. No bullies allowed, okay? Love you all. Keep making art. Keep putting those emotions into your art. And tell your story. The world needs to hear it, okay? Love you.